Welcome to the Stella Boyle Smith Concert Hall. The performance will begin momentarily. At this time, we ask that you silence all electronic devices. Recordings and photography of this performance are prohibited. Should you need to exit, please do so through the doors at the back. We're excited to have you, and we hope you enjoy the performance.
Good evening and welcome to the Wind Ensemble and Jazz Ensemble joint concert. We're delighted that you're here with us. I want to say that tonight's concert for the Wind Ensemble half is going to be performed without pause, and because of that, it's a very special concert for 4 individuals on the stage, and we're going to recognize them right at the start. So these are graduating seniors. Some of them have been with us for a while, and this will be their final performance, at least with the Wind Ensemble. Some of them are on the jazz portion, and then some others are in a choir or other performing ensembles. So the first we're going to acknowledge is Corey E. Hart. So Corey is graduating with a Bachelor's of Science in Computer Science and a minor in music. And after graduation, Corey has informed me that he intends to pursue a career in web development and programming while continuing to play music for fun. So if we give it one more time for Corey. He'll also be on the jazz concert, so you'll see more of him later. Matt Anderson is next. Wave to everybody, Matt. He's graduating with a degree in mass communication with an emphasis in media production and design, in addition to a minor in criminal justice. And he's been keeping up with playing tuba with us, so he's quite busy. After graduation, Matt plans to work with Corrigal Revels, I'm not sure if I said his name correctly, on an upcoming series and short film over the summer, and then he's going to pursue similar work in the future related to film production. So if we could please give it up one more time for Matt. Up next is Max Reyes. She's right here on the front. So Max is graduating this semester with 2 degrees. She's got a double major thing going on. So a Bachelor of Arts in Music, where she's getting a degree in flute performance, and she's also getting a Bachelor of Art in Spanish. After graduation, which will be in the spring, she plans to obtain a certification as a medical interpreter, as well as continue playing and teaching flute. So we give it up for Max. And last but not least, we have Maddie Calhoun, who's graduating with a degree in English. Oh, she's right here in the front. She's graduating with a degree in English, creative writing, and a minor in music this summer. And she tells me that after graduation, she plans to explore different career paths to learn kind of what she's best suited for. And that's been kind of true for her time here. She's kind of like, maybe I'll major in music, maybe I'll minor in music. And just went back and forth. But she's stayed with us the whole entire time, and she also plays string instruments, is multi-talented, and it's gonna be hard to lose her and all of the other folks on the stage that are graduating. So if we could please give it up one more time. All right, so I have a few people to thank ahead of time. Some have done tremendous work to make tonight possible. So if you could just pretend that really cool things already happened, and then you can just emphatically thank them in a round of applause before it all goes down. But we have in the back at the soundboard, Gideon Brewer, who's done a tremendous job. They already want to give it up for him. All these stand lights, he organized finding all of them so we could have a lighting element to our production. He's also helped with sounds, underlying track and balancing that and getting headphones coordinated. He's been a tremendous help for this concert, so super grateful for him, among the many other things he does here at the college. Also, Mike Stacks. He's our lighting technician guru for the college and kind of like the city. He does a lot of work. I don't think he's here tonight. Is Mike here? No, I don't think he is. But he did a tremendous amount of work, and a lot of it was last week. So if you look on the sides, you can see these light panels that are on the side. They're actually illuminating me right now, these ones. These were not here a week ago. So him and his team, they came in and they installed these lights, and part of the idea for this concert was, well, they're going to have this new lighting thing. So we're going to come out and we're going to do a full show that takes advantage of this new lighting element. So you'll see that here in a sec to see how it all came together. He helped us program all of the little scenes and the lighting changes and stuff for all that. He's a whiz. Helping also with that tonight so that Mike wasn't here, is that Christian Waldron is one of our students, a star student getting a student teach in the spring. He's in the back helping with the lighting cues because he's really good at reading scores and understands theater and all that stuff. So Christian, if you could wave, he's kind of under the balcony. Thank you so much, Christian. All right, only 2 more people, and I'll keep it quick. So I was out for a week, and in my absence, Ms. Lisa Doss and Dr. Michael Underwood were tremendous help in helping rehearse the wind ensemble and keep the production moving forward for this concert cycle. In addition to that, they've just been an invaluable support system for me in my first year at the university. So I just like to thank them, too, for all the work they did to make tonight possible. All right, so the music, we have 4 selections for you tonight that you saw in your program. It's all based on lighting, and I'll just talk briefly about each. So Dusk is a theme of a very slow-moving, transpiring piece, so kind of a unique start to a concert. But you'll notice the lights will dim very slowly across the entire piece until it really becomes dusk. And then next we have Waltz number 2, which is to me like this really old version of a pop song. There's like a verse and a chorus, no lyrics, but it kind of sounds like that. And it's just got this nightlife feel, and especially in a video that I shared with the students towards the start of our cycle. And for that, you'll just see the whole stage washed in blue. It's just going to be really fun. Then we have a very special treat for you. Our very own trumpet adjunct professor, Dr. Stadler, standing off stage right now. He's going to come out and play song and dance with the group, and it is spectacular. So you're in for a treat on that one. We'll have a few lighting effects for that as well. But the last piece is really where this whole entire thing came together. It's called Lights Out. It's the name of the program too. But Alex Shapiro is an all-star composer. She's in residence with major orchestras. And she wrote this piece for bands specifically, premiered down the road at the University of Memphis. The idea is that it uses kind of lighting effects, and at the very end of the concert, you'll hear lights out, and everything will be dark in the hall. So there's an effect. So that comes with a warning. There will be absolute darkness in the hall for about 10 seconds. You can feel free whenever you notice the pieces come to the end and the concert's concluded to clap, but just be prepared that you won't be able to see lights to leave the hall or anything like that. But they will come back up after about 10 seconds or less. I'll let Christian decide. Then there's also going to be some flashing lights on stage 2. Very minimal effect, so not like strobe light, but if you're sensitive to that sort of thing, you might consider stepping out after the trumpet feature, okay? But with all of that, I will stop talking, and it will be just music for the rest of this portion. So thank you so much for coming. All right, platoon.
Good evening. I think we're about ready to start our jazz band portion of the concert. As soon as yeah, there you go. Okay. All right. Here we are. This is the UA Little Rock Jazz Ensemble, and let's just get started. Good evening. That was One by One by the great Wayne Shorter. In the program, it doesn't say his dates, but last year we lost the great Wayne Shorter. He was one of the towering giants of the 60s jazz. He was kind of instrumental in Miles Davis's second quintet. He was a jazz tenor saxophone player. And his music, to me, when I listened to Wayne Shorter, the more out the music got, the better he sounded. And so we hope you enjoyed that. Was One by One. And it featured Steve Travis on alto and Caleb Hatley on trumpet. The next piece, Kiss of Fire, has an interesting history. It originally was a tango from Argentina. And when people started hearing this music in the United States, they turned it into a cha-cha, and a real popular dance number with a lot of folks, and it's been recorded dozens and dozens of times. Nat King Cole did recording, so did Louis Armstrong, among many, many others. But this is a great little chart, and we usually, when I play in the Arkansas Symphony Big Band, we play this a lot because it's a great chart for people to dance the cha-cha. So we hope you enjoy this. Kiss of Fire. The next piece on our program is entitled Ms. Bird, and it was written by the great Dan Hurley. Dan Hurley also just passed away recently, just within the last couple months. He was a towering figure in the world of jazz as a jazz pianist. He was incredibly prolific. He was a great educator. He worked at North Texas for decades. The time I got to meet him and hear him was when he was working with the Jamie Abersol Summer Improvisation Camp. And he's just an amazing musician. And since he had just passed away within the last month or two, I thought it would be nice to kind of do a tribute to him and play one of his, I would just call it an educational chart that he wrote so many of. And so this is going to feature just a few members of the band, but we actually did a lot of practice just trying to figure out how to improvise and how, like, what makes a good improvised solo, what kind of things go into making a good improvised solo. So we're going to feature a couple of members of the band. This is going to be sort of more of like think of this band now as like a giant combo. So we hope you enjoy this. This is Dan Hurley's Ms. Bird. Okay, all right. So that featured Josh Gregory on tenor sax, Caleb Hatley on trumpet, Bakir Salam on guitar, Daniel Malik on bass, and Corey Ehart on drum set. The next piece is really interesting. I was looking up this piece, trying to find out some information about Scott's Place, and it turns out that Scott Ellsworth is the name of the person that Scott's Place is talking about. And originally I thought it was just a place, and it's actually, Scott Ellsworth was a radio announcer, a radio host, and he also did news anchoring and stuff like that in the Los Angeles area. And in the late 60s, he got his own radio show from midnight to 4 a.m., and all you heard from midnight to 4 a.m. was big band jazz and classic jazz. And that ran for, I think, about 7 or 8 years. And Count Basie was so taken by this that he had Semmy Nestico write a piece in honor of Scott Ellsworth. And then once that piece was written, I think piece was written in 1971, then that piece became his intro to all of his programs subsequently. So it's kind of a neat story behind it. It's a really nice, relaxed piece. It's going to feature our tenor player, Josh Gregory. It's going to feature Bakir again on guitar, and we're going to feature Josh Warren and Caleb Hatley on the melody at the beginning. So we hope you enjoy this. This is the great Sammy Nestico's Scott's Place. All right. Now, this piece has become really, really special to the band and myself over the last couple weeks. At first, when we looked at the piece, we were able to play it, and it sounded fine, but I kind of felt like something was missing. And so I went up to Caleb Hatley, and I said, can you write something that will kind of enhance this piece so that it can be like spoken at the concert? And Caleb was like, oh yeah, he's all about it. And so he came back over the weekend. We read through it on Monday, and it was like the piece was completely transformed. It became a new piece at this point. And then I spoke at length with Jacob, our guitar player, and I convinced him that he needs to bring his a Middle Eastern influenced instrument, and he has an oud instrument. Is that how you pronounce it? The oud? The oud? Oud. All right, an oud. And so he's going to play the oud on this piece, and then Josh Gregory was like, "Can I play clarinet on this one?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?" And I wasn't really thinking about why he wanted to play clarinet until I was like, "Oh, of course, he's going to play kind of a snake charmer type of solo in the middle of this piece." So. This piece has kind of taken on a life of its own, and it's a life that we've brought to it. And I think this is kind of the heart of what music can do. It can bring people together, and it bring people together of different stripes, different colors, whatever. It brings people together, and this is a celebration of all of that. We want to celebrate what music can do and the possibilities of music. Before we go, I know that Dr. Doscher already spoke about Corey. I wanted just say one more thing about Corey. Of course I did that. So Corey has been with us for quite a while. I think his first semester was like one of the COVID semesters, in fall of 2020, and he played awesome bass for us. He was an excellent bass player, and still is. He's a great bass player. And then this semester, we got to the beginning of the semester and we're like, wait a minute, we don't have a drummer. And Corey says, oh, Dr. Underwood, I can play set, no problem. And wow, that's amazing, right? That we can have the versatility that we have in this band. In fact, I believe we have 4 people in this band that can play bass. 4. Now, only 2 of them are playing, but 4 can actually play, which is pretty remarkable. So anyway, all that to say is thank you for your musicianship, Corey. Thank you for your dedication to the music department and all that UA Little Rock has been able to give to you. And we are going to miss you greatly. It's been a pleasure to know you and to have you in our group. So let's finish out with this great piece called, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So let's finish out this great piece with Gaza Strip by Joseph Sciani. I'm mispronouncing people's names all over the place.
In Gaza's streets, hear rhythms sway. Echoes of music light the day. In every step, a dance is whirled to the melodies of the ancient world. In Gaza's heart, hope is entwined. The common dreams of people align. Ever pleasant fear of doom. Our unified dreams dispel the gloom. In Gaza's markets, colors rally. Scent of spices fill the alleys. Sensory symphony so divine. Nirvana breached within my mind. When it seems the world around has died, that mix of color escapes my mind. But don't lose hope. Beneath the rubble, love seeds grow. There's hope for a land of peace above all. In Gaza's mind, music is serene. Listen now to the sound of its dreams. In Arabian nights, stars shine bright. Dancing fates in sleep feel nocturne's delight. In Gaza's soul, the feeling reflects. In ancient tales, see time connect. Now your time is expired. The sands have washed away. Gaza lives another day. Beneath the rubble, love seeds grow. There's hope. May there never be a split. May our love never quit. May peace come swift to the Gaza Strip.
Evan Smith on vocals. Jacob Farah on Josh Gregory on clarinet. Thank you so much for coming out. We really appreciate it. Have a good evening.